Could this have ended any differently? The governor said he was willing to compromise on collective bargaining rights. Could this have ended with any less animosity or any less contentiousness?
He said that, but he never put a proposal at the table, and he himself was never at the table. There were messages sent, but he never put a proposal forward. It became very clear with this conversation with whom he thought was David Koch. And as to note, the Koch family is worth about $44 billion. He'd rather spend 20 minutes with them than spend 10 seconds with us to really, really negotiate. In that conversation, he talked about how he would trick us and how his ultimate goal, as Fitzgerald has said, was to break collective bargaining and take out the Democratic Party in the next election. That is not what democracy is about. We left for democracy. And we're not apologizing for that at all. He did it for the right reasons, and the people have picked up the banner, and I couldn't be prouder.
Mr. Fitzgerald, in his statement, called the group the most shameful 14 people in the state of Wisconsin. He also took note of each and every senator in the statement. It was a deeply personal statement. You were not mentioned by your legislative number, but by name. Could you respond to that?
You know, he has been organizing and just threatening from the beginning. What we did was the right thing, and that's what really has got him angry. We have emboldened the people of the state to do the right thing. I'm very disappointed in his comments. We did it for the right reasons. Why they did what they did, I don't know why. There are 18 senators, many of them, who have strongly supported labor rights from day one in the legislature. State union contracts supported 32-1 or 33-0. And all of a sudden they jump ship because the governor says they have to? It's not about a rubber stamp in this government. The legislators have a right to stand up for what they believe in. It is not one branch of government. It is not only the governor that runs this state.
I'd like to tell you a little of my background, and I think it would help talking about this controversy we've had. I'm a third-generation factory worker. I worked at the American Brass in Kenosha. My grandfather worked there. My father just passed away, retired from the American Brass. I had 16 years in the factory. I believe that free workers in a free country have basic rights. Shame on the Republicans for trying to take away worker rights. Those Republicans who are Catholics should read the papal encyclicals. The papal encyclicals say workers have a right to a good wage and the right to form a union. Senator Fitzgerald and the Republicans should look at the United Nations human rights declarations out there that say people have a right to form a union. He's ashamed of us. They should go back and take a look at United Nations and the Catholic teachings out there. We were being faithful to the Wisconsin tradition and to those teachings out there in trying to stand up for workers. I'm proud of that.
Senator Wirch, there's been mention, of course, of recalls of Republicans. You're also facing a possible recall. What's your reaction to that, and are you concerned that perhaps what you did here may get you thrown out of office for your decisions?
One of my first acts after getting back yesterday, a Kenosha tradition, I was at the fish fry at St. Teresa's. I got a very warm welcome. And let me add, when a Republican senator calls people who are using their constitutional rights slobs, I think that shows what the majority party thinks of the citizens of Wisconsin. Let me make a comment. I think that this governor is hurting economic development in this state. We had a Uline came up in Pleasant Prairie. They relocated 1,200 jobs. They spent a lot of money. I talked to them. I said, did you have any concerns about coming into Wisconsin? They thought and they said, we were concerned if we could have enough trained workers. Yet, and that's what they're interested in, good trained workers. Yet, this governor declares war on teachers. We're going to get rid of our good teachers for training students, future workers, and in the budget, he goes after schools. That's why I say his actions are going to hurt economic development in the state.
We're being told that we have to let our budget stop, so thank you very much.
Thank you.